Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up? Smash that like button. You know how it is. You know, guys know what to do. Welcome to another Monty After Dark. We're gonna have Timberly is at the back. I'm gonna add her right now, and we're gonna add Chef. Hey Timberly, what's up?
Hey, Monty. Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up? So, man, it's been a crazy day. I'm seeing a lot of reactors react to what has happened. Of course, everybody should know by now, and there's many reactions that are just all over the place. Well,
Yeah.
people are picking sides, right? Like you're either
Mm-hmm.
gonna fall on the how could this happen? People were bullying Lanetta, and then on the other side people are like, well, did we really cause it? uh it's been a long day, let's just put it that way. So
Hey, Edna.
hey,
Yeah.
what's up
I think
everybody?
it's some of both, a little bit of all, and somewhere in the middle is the truth, I mean,
Is that how you feel about the whole situation?
I mean, I, um, I feel like she had problems that had
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with online, and maybe the pushing was part of it. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I didn't know her. I didn't know her until I'd never even heard of her until yesterday. I happened to see a couple of videos in passing, but didn't really pay a lot of attention
I
to it
see.
or who she was or anything. And so it's a very unfortunate. And what's even more unfortunate is that some people are trying to use it to their advantage to further their agenda,
Yeah.
make themselves look less guilty than they are or whatever. I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So yeah, I'm sorry for her children and her family and her. Mental illness sucks.
It does.
It really does. No
It
matter who
does.
you are, what you are, where you are, age you are, it doesn't make a difference. It sucks. And that's the end of that. I mean, I don't have any problem with agree to disagree. I have no problem with, with people don't have to believe the same way.
Okay.
You
Well, me, I'm just gonna say that I think what people have done to her is actually appalling and disgusting. I had no part in, making any videos about her. I didn't want to in the
Right?
first place in terms of like, um, because it's like people should have a right to their opinion, and if she
Hmm.
wants to root for Foodie, if she really wants to say her piece about Foodie, then she can say her piece about Foodie, and I can disagree without attacking. The problem is people attack. That's
Well,
the huge
that's.
problem.
Did you watch the video though to see that? I mean, she was telling FFG, "I'm glad your dogs are dead.
I
I'm glad."
I did see all of that,
I mean, that
and
was unfortunate as well. That doesn't give
yes.
people the right to attack her, but I mean, if you what you put out is what you get back a lot of
Mhm.
times.
True.
I mean, that's what happens a lot of times. No, it's not her fault, but if you know already that you're having issues, that you're um that you're worried about, what's going to happen f- with your life, because her husband said she had the postpartum, and
Yeah.
evidently she had other. I mean, she she was, I don't know, but all I know is and I'm not blaming her. It's not her, but you have to know. I mean, especially if you've watched Foodie for any amount of time, you have to know that if you step out there,
Hmm. They're gonna attack you.
they're going. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen, and somebody should have, if she wasn't, if there was something else wrong, somebody should have been watching out for her.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to this. I'm gonna just add that if you've never been a creator and you've never been attacked before, you don't know how it is because people will constantly be doing like the most pettiest things, such as downvoting your
Hmm.
videos or your live streams, to making passive aggressive comments, to super nasty comments, to messaging you and emailing you all sorts of nastiness. It's like, have we become this petty and this vile to like be doing this sort of behavior? How has this behavior been
Yes,
normalized?
the answer is yes,
Yeah,
Monty.
people have become this way in this community, and it's not right. Like, people will go into discords and talk shit about other people. They'll email each other. They'll have groups where they'll talk shit about you. All types everywhere. It's like, really? Yeah, it's all over the place. So
I,
I've been on the end of, people coming down on me for what came out as a bunch of lies. My whole situation a couple months ago where I
hmm.
was I was lied on that I'm sending pictures when I wasn't even sending any pictures,
Right,
telling all sorts of lies on me. And even if I said, "Hey, that's not true. I didn't send any pictures. I didn't."
right. They're not gonna
I mean,
believe
yeah,
you.
they're not gonna believe me
Right.
Yeah.
until it came out elsewhere that I did not send these pictures and that wasn't me.
And that was from a person that like knew all along and just
Yeah,
was
just
worried
went with
about
it.
even coming out,
Exactly. A
not even
person,
wanting to say anything after he was drugged through all that. So
right?
I
Hey, D
Well,
Higgins,
hello,
what's up?
D.
Welcome. How you doing? But this is what I'm saying. Yeah, like, even if I didn't even say anything because I knew if I said anything, hey, that's not me, everybody would be like,
Right.
nah, nah, we're not gonna believe you. And that's just really disgusting behavior for people to do.
right.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, hey chef, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just listening because, like, this whole thing, I was so confused because I was like torn between the two issues because, like, you know, it's it's really simple for us to sit here and say, well, if you come online, this is what you're going to get, or this is what can happen. But in reality, this has been the reality of online for years. Like,
But it
and it's
shouldn't
sad because
be.
people, it shouldn't be, but you can't change a person.
Right.
So people are not. as bold as they are on the internet versus face to face. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
Most people are
Do
not.
you feel like
So
they were? Do you feel like they were poking? They were. Do you feel like they were harassing this woman, or they were harassing Foodie? And this woman, since she was defending her, is who they went through. You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
they're
So they
yeah.
were actually poking at Foodie, not at this woman. Well, I mean, they did by using this woman, but it
I
wasn't
don't
even
really
her.
think they
It wasn't
used
even her that they were trying to bother. It was Foodie who they were trying to bother, messing with her
to.
beezers.
That could be so as well, but typically, like I don't know, she by her stepping out and creating a video, knowing the toxic ass community that's over here, knowing that Foodie Beauty gets drugged for days, and what makes her think that I know she had issues, like y'all, I understand that, but at the end of the day, like you can't, people know what's gonna happen, not to that extreme. No, people don't know how their reaction is going to come out, but I mean, you can't blame an entire community because not everybody in the community knew her or reacted to her or even is this hateful.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, there's so much layers to this, like I've said. Um, where Hopeful says I've only seen two reactors do a video on her. No, there were a few reactors doing videos on her before she passed away, and her husband specifically said it was because of the online YouTube community that pushed her over the edge.
So why didn't he pull her off when he seen that it was getting too much for her?
That's a very actually good question. Why didn't he do that?
Exactly.
He's
That's
just
my question.
is guilty. He's just guilty in that case. Like you can't sit here and blame the internet
You,
for
yeah.
when you
I
stuck
don't
your
think
face
you
out there.
can.
No, you was talking hella shit. Bro, I was talking hella shit. The internet doesn't have no the internet doesn't have no feelings. They don't care who they attack. They're behind a computer.
My
People.
picture is my QZ. My picture is my it's just my the same picture I have over on YouTube. I mean, it's the
Mm.
same. It's just my icon.
Yeah, so there's so much layers to this. I can understand many ways where he wasn't able to maybe pay that much attention to her because you still got to work, and she
Yeah,
seems
they
to
got
not
five
have been
kids.
working. Yeah, she seems to not have been working, right? So I'm not really sure about the situation. He could have been the breadwinner. They have 5 kids. She has a 3 month old. Maybe she's putting more time and effort towards the 3 month old versus the other 4 kids, which I
Plus,
think
she had
one was like 5.
PTSD and yeah,
Yeah,
five,
there was
six,
there was a
eight,
lot to this.
21.
So how much can the husband handle with full time and taking care of kids and other life responsibilities while attending to other things? Like there is a lot that we just don't know, and
Mm-hmm.
it's unfortunate that this situation came about. And with the news story, I'm like, what was so unbelievable about an article that came out that she died? Because people were questioning that, and I was like, why would you question that? It's an article from on a website that does these stories. I didn't understand why people were questioning if this was real. Like, why is it immediately there are many people on here that will question if something is real when it's from a news website? I didn't get that. It was from your basin, which is, I guess, it's particularly Texas. I guess they only focus on Texas, and they put out this article. What seems so illegitimate about yourbasin.com that people did think this article was real?
Hmm.
That is what I don't get, because I've seen certain reactors make panels and speak about how, oh, they're not sure if it's real, they think it's fake. I'm like, how is it fake? It's yourbasin.com, and they
Yeah,
have a news
that's
article.
that town's newspaper. I checked it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't
I
know.
don't know where else I would get it from. I mean, where I don't know what else I would look for. That's that town's newspaper.
Right. So
So
I would think it has some credibility that if they're going to put up an article about somebody, it would be even worse that the article was fake, because who would be this vile to put something out like this and it be fake? It's like, I would think,
yeah,
what
that's
kind
why
of
I went
person would be,
checking.
yeah, would
And
be writing this and it would be a fake story? It just doesn't make any sense.
right.
Oh, and there's even an ABC2 news video about it, raising awareness after tragedy. News at 10 for Odessa, Texas. I just saw this on Your Basin. So even ABC News aired about this whole situation, because I'm sure there's people probably contacting YouTube about this whole situation. And like I said before,
I
on.
tried really hard, Monty, to
Mm-hmm,
make that article very respectful. I asked several people, please look at it ahead of time and make sure. I posted it and even went and looked, and the blurs were off a bit on the kids. You could still see part of their face.
mm-hmm.
It had 178 views, and I completely deleted it and went and redid it just because I wanted to make sure that it was right and that nobody was disrespected. I didn't talk over anybody. I did a little thing at the beginning to explain. I I tried, I tried the person video that I clipped it from. I completely cut all that person out, all the outside out. I mean, I tried really hard to make sure that it was not disrespectful in any way. I really did try hard. It was 3:30 in the morning when it was out, and I tried really hard to make sure that it was tasteful.
I see. Well, thank you for that. An obituary should be coming out soon. Yeah, but as I've said, if you check yourbasin.com right now, there is an ABC2 brief on the situation from Odessa. So it's that, if with the yourbasin.com news article and the ABC2 news segment, this is extremely real.
Oh,
So you get,
100%.
yeah, so you guys can check it for yourself.
I went and made sure because I saw people were quoting already on the little thing he posted that, oh, this is not real, this is fake, this is. So I went like, okay, well, let's make sure, because I'm not about to post something and then this look like a complete moron. So I went and made sure,
Mhm.
and then when I found the article, I made sure, okay, this is the go. I went to the GoFundMe and read there. I went who posted what, and I made sure the article people was a legit, not just like a Star magazine type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew it was real when I posted it. When I
Right.
posted it, I knew it was real because I made sure of that.
I
I
mean, I see a
see.
lot of people,
I don't know
or some
how
people
she
Go
died.
ahead,
in the
Chef.
chat.
I don't
A
think
lot
it
of
said
people
how she
what?
died.
Well, not a lot, but I see this some people in the chat saying reaction channels go in too hard. I don't necessarily think some reaction channels going too hard. I think it doesn't matter how what is said. It's about how often. So if you think about it, if one person is dedicating their entire channel after one person, I can see even how the slightest thing could tear some person up or put them in the same situation. I don't
Hmm.
really think it's what people are saying necessarily. I just think it's the repeated, like slap in the face. Kind of how I was doing data all the time, repeatedly. Like regardless of what I'm saying, whether it's right or wrong, people get tired, and you can only take so much. So even with that, like even myself, like I've taken a step back from different people, and I've reacted to different people, and but it's just I don't know. It's very difficult to blame this entire situation on a group of people, and I just keep. I don't know. That's just my stance. So, like, as far as me reacting to people, I'm just gonna react to people, and I'm just gonna give my opinion and
Hmm.
what I think, and
That's the way with
have a
me.
kiki and laugh. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't, and nobody has to, you don't have, people don't have to have the same opinions at all.
Mhm.
and still they can still be chill with each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with a lot of
Eh,
stuff that Chef says, and we hang out all the time,
well,
and
not
he
in
Like,
this
don't,
space.
huh?
Not in this space, Timberly. If you have a different opinion from somebody, they just attack you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the most ridiculous thing ever. Why can you not be cool with somebody, or
mhm.
and still, but not think, why you don't have to I mean, you don't have to agree, but you don't have to dislike them and attack them for that neither. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brooklyn to Brixton says there were no channel dedicated to this woman, though. I didn't see many videos about her. Well, there was enough videos about her. Like I would see,
there was a good handful.
yes, there
There
was
was
a
a
good
good
handful
handful.
from people.
They were taken down pretty quickly, I would imagine.
Yep.
I mean, I imagine the people, because the man asked the man specific the husband specifically sent out a um post asking, please take down the videos that caused this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that it caused it. There was a whole lot of other stuff, and he admitted to that. And this is a straw that broke the camel's back or whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah, at least he seems very straight up and honest about it. Like you could feel the pain that
yeah,
he was hurt.
right.
And he just felt like
I
the
mean,
community should have done a lot better because the way how this community is, like I've said, you cannot have a different opinion else the wave goes will go against you and try and crush you. Like people will leave nasty comments, people do all sorts of
right.
stuff, people will go on Twitter and start looking through your Facebook, the whole kid situation again, like talking about having videos of her children watching TV. I'm like, why would you do that?
Who did what?
I was watching parts of Your Mama, and it was like somebody was saying they have like a video or videos of her with her like child watching TV,
Of
and
who? The
Mhm.
lady?
yes, and I'm like, why would you be bringing that up now in such a difficult,
Why? What?
yeah, people do all
Go
sorts of
got it.
stuff
Get it where? Where would you
from her
get that?
Facebook.
I
Yeah,
don't.
on Facebook.
I don't guess I understand. I don't understand the information people. I don't understand the. I don't understand the inform. What does that do? What is her? What does
Exactly,
a
it doesn't do
video of
anything
her and
to
her kid
me,
watching TV have
right?
to do?
Exactly. I'm like, why do people feel that this is normal behavior to be doing stuff like that?
But see, it's not. It's a thing, and the whole group gets labeled as toxic, toxic or mean or hard or vile, whatever else. But in reality, it's only a couple channels.
For
I'm just
about
saying,
what?
It's a couple
like
channels, but then the
who
wave
who are
happens.
delivery mad, who are delivery the one. You know what I'm saying? There are only a couple people out there. I'm not going to name names. I'm not messy, but there's a couple channels we all know who direct and only say hateful things.
Hmm.
But we
Yeah,
continue to support those channels, right? We'll
I
all
mean,
say, "Oh,
Well,
for
it,
the love
it
of God,"
seems
not
some
us, but
it
some
seems
do.
people are supporting it because what I've also noticed is like anybody starts making like videos in a consistent manner and they could be good or just decent. People will
hmm
come and start watching. It could be about anything. You don't need to show proof about anything. You just talk smack, either on
yeah,
Foodie Beauty and with other people, and then people start watching. You don't
hmm
normally see that with any other community. Like you got to present a good video with the facts.
hmm
Here, you
hmm
just smack talk a bit. You do that for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and then boom, you start getting
hmm
hundreds of people in your chats or watching your videos, and
Mm.
that is also part of the toxicity. And then here comes the changeover, right? We're constantly seeing people come and go
Mm.
over and over and over again. Like there's people who were here last year that that aren't here anymore.
hmm
She was Brooklyn to Brixton. I mean, you could anyone that watched could see that. I don't think that the people were poking at her per se. They were poking at her, yes, indeed. But I think their point was mostly to get to. In fact, some of them even didn't even speak. They didn't speak to her. They spoke about her, but they spoke to Foodie.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm not you saying that's an excuse. That's just as wrong as the other. But I think they don't feel as bad because they feel like, oh well, I wasn't really at her. It was really at Foodie. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not Foodie who, you know.
One thing I
Yeah,
should
but
also say, when people are about to unalive themselves, trigger warning here, they typically don't tell you. They'll look happy, they'll sound great because they don't
hmm
want you to interfere in the process.
Hmm.
This is the
hmm
reality. They will say, "Oh, I'm fine. Had an amazing day today. It was beautiful. I went out. I ate my favorite meal." And then that night or the next morning or any time between that day and the next day, they will unalive themselves. This is the reality that people don't understand, because I've been through situations where I've had to help people not do this because I could sense what's happening. And
Hmm.
also, I've had a friend that's been through two of this, where he found his girlfriend a certain way, and that was, he found a family member once, and he found a girlfriend a certain way, and the consensus is they typically most likely will never tell you, and they will look and seem happy. So you sometimes cannot tell. That's why I'm saying we can't say the
Hmm.
husband, when did the husband stop, because you don't know what she was saying to him. She might have said, okay, yeah, people are giving me heck online,
hmm
and then he comes in and checks on her channel, and then this is how he figures out. Or maybe he didn't check then. Maybe she maybe alluded to something, or maybe he checked posts, because didn't he just throw up a video on her channel? So maybe he has her passwords and whatnot, because didn't he throw up like a short or something on her channel and took down her videos?
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
so maybe he found out by looking at the comments, whatnot, or whatever else, the messages that's probably going on Facebook. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah, and
layers
I
to
didn't.
this.
I wasn't saying he should have stopped her, but I'm saying he said she had PTSD and she had postpartum from the 3 month old, and she had, she was mentally ill, and so I'm saying, I'm not. I'm saying stepping into the foodie beauty realm is not, and people were saying he's the one that was saying you're live now, and that she could react, that he was the one filming or whatever. Well, I was just saying, I mean, if she's, he said she was doing it to try to make herself feel better. That's definitely not the place to go to feel better.
Mm-mm.
This is not
Right,
the place to
exactly,
go.
exactly.
Well, well,
Or
then
maybe she
it's
felt it was the place to go. Maybe she was interacting well inside of Foodie Beauty's chat,
Right.
which is contained more or less. But then once you start to venture
mm,
out, and you feel like you want to, help Foodie Beauty, because Foodie Beauty keeps complaining that this person's saying this about her, and you feel
And
sort
Foodie
of
Booty
bond,
didn't even know who the lady was. She didn't even know her.
right?
She said today, I'd never heard of her before
Because,
today.
well, she said that bees change their names often, like she can't
Right.
recall, right? Our Brownstein, you're asking a few questions here. I don't know if she told the husband the night before. I don't know if she left a letter. I don't know what is going on. The husband just said adamantly that it was because of YouTube and the online bullying. So I'm just gonna go with that.
Hmm. That's
very
what the papers
unofficial.
are saying. That's what they're reporting.
Mm-hmm.
That was the cause. So
Yep.
saying
Mm,
that
mm. Shut up.
saying that
Shut
it
up.
was, say it.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to shut up.
No, because it's just I don't know. Like Foodie sits up there doing this whole long drawn out thing. Oh, feel sorry for her. Do all this, do that. It's our fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Point a finger. But yeah, doesn't the girl refer to
Monty,
French
Yeah.
fry girl like
do you
six
see
times in the
Misty
video?
Rain talking to you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go ahead,
But
Chef.
yeah, so Foodie did how many reactions to French fry girl?
She's done a
Okay,
lot.
so and this girl was specifically talking about French fry girl in some of her parts.
Yep.
Now Chantel kind of exposes her audience to these vile people that she claims to be. vile.
And she
Like
sends
I'm
them
not.
on missions for her as well.
Yeah.
Oh, go report this. Oh, go do this. Oh, go say
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So they do it. And then Chantal says, "Oh, my chat's not about the drama." And I've seen your chat say a lot of horrible, 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 horrible things about FFG and her dogs and how she smoked them to death and how that's mean shit. And you say they're
Mm-hmm.
defending you? No, they don't.
Yeah.
Just because they're defending doesn't mean you can be vile either.
Yeah, I think it needs to stop
Mm-hmm.
both ways, to be honest with you, because one way it's like Foodie Beauty needs to stop talking about FFG's dogs, and then the other way is her community, because there's people in her chat that keeps drudging up certain things that might not even be true, because there's many instances where I've been accused of doing certain things because somebody wants to start shit or be like, did you hear that Monty said this? And I'm like, Jesus, here we go again, another day in the foodieverse where some troll brings me up and just says XYZ, and then Foodie Beauty needs to know and understand that you can't just willingly believe somebody just because they're saying I'm doing something.
Hmm.
Because you can't just willy-nilly like that, because what they're wanting you to do is for creators, reactors, clips channels to clash.
Right.
That's what there's a lot of trolls that love it when one creator or one reactor is going off against another. Like they love that. They
Mm-hmm.
love the back and forth. They love, the drama, the shit talking, and then they'll bring it to Discord or Twitter. And there's already enough of that. There's a lot of like back and forth between one reactor and another. And it's like the same thing, they're drudging up the same thing. And I'm like, can we just stop? I don't think it's gonna stop though. I think the only option right now is like scorched earth, to be honest with
It's
you.
not going to stop right this
It's
minute because
not.
I want to say, Foodie Beauty, I know you're listening right now because you love you some money. And I just want to say, my name is Timber Lee. Timber Lee. I need you to at me next time you talk about me, please, and thank you, because I'm not getting no extra views because you didn't say my name. Hello. That's all.
Right.
Period.
She did bring you up in her stream.
She
She talked
totally did.
about
She did a fairly good what was the line? Let me think of the
The
line.
impression.
I cannot
Dang.
stand Foodie Beauty.
Yeah,
Does
she
it
did.
sound like it? I cannot stand Foodie Beauty. Do I sound like that? Okay. Well, I need her to at me next time because I didn't get not one extra view from that crap.
all right, next time, Kimberly.
Thank you. That's all.
But yeah, I mean, we can go night and day with this whole situation because I'm sure people are gonna fall all along. Either blame this person, blame that person, or just don't blame anyone at all. It's an unfortunate situation. People are gonna fall all over the place with this situation because it's so sensitive. So, if you guys have any last points, anything, maybe we should move on to Pete's and his one-bedroom apartment that he's gonna get.
Hey, Janine. Yeah.
It's an unfortunate event. That's all I gotta
Have they
say.
already got
And
it
nobody.
picked out or?
And no, they have 60 days, right? So if they've given their notice, that means they
La
probably
la.
give it the last few days. So that means by the end of, let's say, March is when he's supposed to move out, or they're supposed to move out. So I guess they have 2 months
I'm saying infrastructure stuff.
to
Your chat is wild.
They are going ham over there.
Pete's is going to a shelter with the cat. Oh, don't say that because they're gonna have to separate them. I don't want the cats to have to go through
Didn't
a
she say
shitty
she
life.
was going to rehome Pete? No.
BBJ on
Me too.
Pete's. Yes, Pete's too. And nothing about BBJ. This is a
Nothing
sad
about
situation,
BBJ.
man.
Nothing about. She's just gonna she's waiting until she just dies.
Yeah.
But she's gonna rehome Pete's and Sam. But
Yes.
no word of BBJ. She said.
Man, that 20 to 60K that she gave to Natty Daddy in terms of gifts and food and hotels and powder could have come in a long way now, couldn't it, FB? Because if it's at minimum 20K, that's 10 months of rent right there. And that's if your rent's 2K. That's a lot of money
You could
for
have
rent.
paid like a
You
huge
could have,
Let
yeah,
me
you
talk
could
about
have
buy a
that.
done a
home.
year and a half. Yeah, you could have put a down payment on a home and rent out maybe some rooms and whatnot. And if it's at 60K, whoo, 60K could have done a lot. You could have rented for years and no issues, food, whatever. And this is the reality of things. When I was saying she's gonna be so pissed when she realizes that Nader doesn't want to have anything to do with her, and she could have saved all that money, put down on her debt, buy a new car, maybe invest so she gets some residuals.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So yeah, some passive
And off the
income.
Kia.
There's companies you can buy in Canada for $60,000. You can buy into.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many things you could have done that she didn't do.
I mean, she could have paid so much on a home. 60,000? That could have been half of a good 2-bedroom home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know what? So in her defense, okay, when she was getting that amount of money, she
She was
wasn't
on
thinking
drugs.
about well that, that too. That's not a defense. That's
Well,
stupidity.
it is. If you got it, she said she was paying. She said today in her video today that she was spending thousands a month on that. That's a. Are you
Well, the first thing
freaking
is
kidding me?
her food bill. Like when you're spending small amounts like that, you're not realizing what you're spending until it's the end of the month. You're like, damn, I spent through
Right.
$10,000.
20. Oh
Like
God.
I can see that because she doesn't keep control.
She
She's
doesn't.
very
At
yeah,
that point
she's
in
You
very
got
time,
key.
20, 30, 40, and you're
yeah.
thinking, oh well, I gotta eat. Okay, well, $40 would buy a lot of food at the grocery store.
Yeah, but
Well,
remember the
not now, but
days that she would get $300 worth of meals because she would just order and order and order. You
at
remember those
night,
times?
yeah, she'd
Yeah.
order three, four,
That was her
five,
And
ultimate
and
then
food
some
buff.
and a whole cake,
yeah,
and
and then never eat it all and leave it out and then order more. And I was like, this is a disgusting display of gluttony, to be honest. Gluttony and no respect for how much $300 would do for somebody else, because $300 is like groceries for a month for one person.
how many? How
A
much?
month.
How
Yeah,
much?
one person could live off $300 worth of groceries,
Oh shit! I wish I got
Yeah.
that much.
right?
We
If
we were getting three something food stamps for the epidemic, and they're cutting them off next month. I'm gonna get $21 in food stamp per month. So and plus, I mean, $300. That's a lot.
yeah, and I
It's a
did. I think
luxury.
I calculated that. Yeah, it was thousands of dollars a month on wheelchairs because she would just get them day after day after day.
Wow. $3,000 per month. Holy shit! If I
Yeah,
made $3,000
On
per month, my life
wheelchairs.
would be a.
yeah, on gummies, the wheelchair gummies.
Well,
That
wheelchair
is
gummies.
unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Chantal, the wheelchairs.
Yeah, she would
Where
get
she would always
wheelchairs
say
after
she was
day.
wheelchair beezing.
Yes, and
Uh-huh.
then I would
They're
explain to
sweet
her.
gummies,
Oh.
Yeah,
like a
that
I thought she was
thousand
like,
and some milligrams,
she
and
was getting the 2,000 milligram ones.
she would take them the whole thing.
Yeah,
damn, she
exactly.
was fucked up.
That's why she would be so high, and she called it hamburger eyes beezing. It was little bitty bug eyes because she was so freaking wasted.
Yeah, and then the saucer eyes was the powder.
Crazy.
All right, so let me explain that I've explained a few times over the past year and a half. The She was able to get the high dose edibles, which are the 1,000 or the 2,000 milligram. They are both called wheelchairs. Atomic wheelchair is the actual name of it.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
the prices, I think when I checked on websites for a 1,000 milligram is about 35-40 bucks, and then for the 2,000 milligrams that's 70 to 80 dollars. So she was getting these every day, but then what she preferred was the 2,000 milligram ones. But here's the thing about these gummies: if you do your research properly, you will know that there's no difference between, like, let's say maybe 200, maybe 150, 200 milligram versus a 2,000 milligram, because there's only so much your body can absorb over time
Right.
when it's going through your system. Your body is never
Hmm.
gonna absorb everything that goes through your stomach.
You'll just OD first.
Your body will try and absorb as much. That's why we will always produce waste, even on the cleanest food. Your food could be 100% clean, no nothing added to it. It's super clean food, but you'll always produce waste because your body can only take up so much. So in reality, there wasn't never a difference between, like, let's say 200 milligram and 2,000, but she thought in her head that there was. But
Mm.
you know reality her reality versus logic and everything else is a lot different. So she was overpaying for something that wasn't any different than a 200 milligram.
Hmm.
Wow.
And she was paying about $80 a day plus the delivery fee sometimes consistently. So that was a lot of money wasted. Could you imagine $80 a day times 30 plus delivery fees? That's $3,000 a month.
That's unreal. Monty, you have no. If I had 3,000, oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, I've said it before. I live on 750, and I'm grateful, freaking grateful for that.
Yeah.
They raised. I'm literally paying every penny in rent. They raised the rent, so I have to move next month. But because they're going to put me out, I know they are because I can't pay it all. But
Um,
$3,000 a month. My God, I just don't understand how you have absolutely nothing. How do you have absolutely nothing?
Mm-mm. I ain't got a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of.
Nothing. Nothing. And she says, "Oh, I don't need anything." Okay, I understand that. Being
mhm.
homeless for 2 years, I lived out of two backpacks. So my apartment does not have a lot of stuff. I don't like a lot of clutter. I don't feel like you need a whole bunch of stuff to live. But I have enough. And I don't drive, or I would have a car, or try to have a car or something.
Mhm.
But you don't have any. If somebody she hasn't even paid off the Kia, has she?
No, it's still payments.
So drugs at Timberley. Who drugs who? Oh, her spending it on drugs? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unreal. How? Oh, I guess I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
Okay, Beagle Mama says her atomic wheelchair is being sold for 33.75. That's probably the 1,000 milligrams, Beagle Mama. Remember, there's two types, 1,000
Yeah,
or
and you're
2,000.
also in Colorado. It's Colorado is everything's cheaper in Colorado. We people here used to send people over to Colorado to get it hella cheap and bring it back
Hmm.
when it comes to weed. Because since Colorado is the top dog, as far as legal weed, then here, then that's yeah. So
Right.
in
California's
Canada, it's
expensive.
probably quite a bit
The
more.
taxes is expensive out there in California on that weed. I think the tax is about the same price as the weed over there. I was like, damn.
Yeah, and plus she has them delivered, so there's the delivery fee and all that.
Right.
I make wheelchairs too. Okay.
Cool. So
What
yeah,
about
there's that. I mean, should Pete's leave the luxury villa? I think what he needs to do is get a roommate or two. We keep going back to this, but there's
A
so many
roommate.
things. Well, he doesn't want a roommate.
Yeah,
Ye-
that's not even an option. That's
It's not
not
a
an
Yeah,
good
option.
idea.
he
He
doesn't want
doesn't
a
even want
roommate.
to talk. He I heard him say last night that he never spoke to Bibi. They never had a
Who?
conversation. He's Bibi.
Oh,
And she was with Bibi what, 8 years? He said he
Yeah,
never had
seven
a
years, seven
conversation
plus
with him.
years.
And somebody asked why, and he said, because then I would have had to talk to somebody I don't know.
Really?
That's what he
Wow.
said.
But that just
he's
tells
so
you
weird.
everything, though,
Yeah, absolutely. Because they had to be around each other in 8 years.
right?
Oh, thank you, Beagle. I'm reading you guys. I'm just
I'm reading too.
she cheated
I'll
on
be
him.
right back.
I get
Give me
that.
5 minutes. Hold on
Okay.
the fort, everybody.
Okay.
You guys can continue the conversation. I'll be back in
All
five.
right. Okay.
5 minutes. Okay, this is the Timberly and Leftover show.
Yeah. The leftover timber show. She cheated on him with Bibby. Yeah. Yeah, she did. So
She cheats on everybody she with. She ain't never faithful.
she says
Watch.
the only person she was faithful to was the only person that beat her, supposedly. Well, that makes a whole lot of sense, dumbass. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, no, no.
Don't be so
She had
mean.
an affair. She had an affair on him too. She even said she went over there and screwed that guy, and then she said, "No, I didn't go over there and screw him." I can't remember what dude was that? It wasn't the French man. It was that guy that she left and he thought she was screwing with. and at the same time, he had the breathing machine, or whatever the damn nebulizer, whatever
CPAP.
she had. See
The
the
CPAP.
CPAP. Sorry.
She was not faithful to Nana. I don't think she's ever been faithful to nobody.
No,
I
she ain't
really
been faithful
don't.
to her own fingers.
Oh, no, you didn't. Motorcycle guy.
So, hey Nina,
Hey, Rob. He couldn't open a squalor
CPAP
Airbnb
rescue.
suite on the PP Foodie. What's a
Wait,
PP?
what? Did you get my Instagram?
Me?
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
I sent you on Instagram. That's me right now.
The whole disappearing message. How you sent me the disappearing message?
It's not. It's a
It is.
video.
No, it say it
It
disappeared.
disappeared. That was corny. Hold on a
It say
second.
disappearing message.
No.
It's because I'm not using the app. I'm on the computer. I'm on a desktop.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me sit it a different way. Damn. Let me see.
All right, I'm back.
Man.
Welcome
Dang.
back.
No.
All right. What kind of things were you all talking about?
We was talking about you the whole time.
Okay, all right. I guess I'm gonna have to watch the replay on that then.
Yep. Replay that sucker. No, we was just reading what was going on. We was just reading like comments over from the chat.
Okay, I see. All right.
Well,
Well,
not with Foodie Beauty. What do you mean?
as in,
13 by son.
that statement is so layered. Is he not with Foodie Beauty? As in, he's not with her, like they're not married, or they're not in a relationship,
They're
or
not in the
like he
same
doesn't
house.
live where she lives? Because there's so many things that we just don't know. Because it seems to me that he really doesn't live there with her.
I don't think so.
It
Monty,
doesn't. Go ahead,
Monty,
Chef.
Missy asked you, did everything come out all right?
Yes, everything came out all right. But I was saying, like, we all know we've been seeing that guy just show up usually at the latter end of the streams, unless it's planned, I guess, where he'll be at the start, but then he'll leave and whatnot. It's just so strange that
It
I
is.
do think that he most likely doesn't live there. At first, I didn't think so, because I was thinking people are like, he doesn't live there, he doesn't live there. I'm like, I don't know about that. Maybe he does, but nowadays I just think he really doesn't live there.
But like
He
today,
doesn't.
she was in the bedroom, so he was in the living room. Why? That's so weird.
It
Why?
is.
Why when one is one place, the other's the other place, and they only chat over
Mhm.
the line. They never like talk to each other out like
Yeah.
weird.
It's
just
like being
weird.
in one being in the bedroom and another in the living room is the equivalent of like two people talking to each other through the cell phone when they're in the same room together.
Yeah,
It's just like
weird.
super weird. It's
And
like,
they never
what are you
talk to
doing?
each other aloud, or like he never brings her anything, or she never go get anything
He
from
brings her
him.
food.
I'm when not when they're not in the same
Oh,
room,
so yeah.
unless she went,
Well, then those walls are super thin, right? So you can
he
hear the
drops
neighbors
food and goes
outside.
home. That's
Yeah,
exactly right.
exactly.
That's exactly
Uh-huh.
what happens.
I'm thinking that he does drop food and then he goes home. So
Absolutely.
so that whole entire place is gonna be given up, I guess. And
I
then
think so too.
what's gonna happen to Harry the hamster? No, I'm worried about Harry. I'm worried about BBJ. I'm worried about Sam, because people warned her of the situation to not be doing this stuff and to save her money rather than spending it on Nader. Tons of people said it, me included. A lot of us in this chat said it, and look what's happening now. She could have used all that money that she literally wasted on this dude.
Mhm. Yep.
You can't stand the
Mm.
odor.
Too late now.
So we shall see what happens. Like I said, I don't wish her harm or anything. I wish her the best. If they are indeed married, okay, they're
Yeah.
indeed married. She has to go back to Kuwait somehow or another.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens to BBJ when she gets home. Peace
Yeah.
is gonna
I
get
hope
some.
not, Ziggy.
Yeah, Peace is supposed to get that 1 bedroom apartment.
Oh,
Okay,
there's
let me
way too
check.
many.
1 bedroom apartment, Cornwall. Let me see what comes up, because now I'm curious. What, you're not curious?
Yeah, I'm curious. You know I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. I want to
Who is
see what's up.
Tyree Nichols?
Who's who?
It says
He played
Memphis
basketball.
releases footage of
Oh,
death of Tyree Nichols as in
Okay, I don't
death
know who
of
that is.
Tyree. I don't know, but they evidently they're rioting and stuff over it down. It's breaking news. It's crossing my screen again.
oh, damn.
Memphis releases footage in the death of Tyree Nichols as
Mm.
protests begin.
Like Monty hasn't checked before. That's what Edna said. Monty gonna help Peace find an apartment. Yeah.
Monty, is that what mission you're on?
What do you mean?
You on a mission to help Peetz find a place?
Yeah, right. Peace
You
doesn't
gonna
know
live
me.
next door?
He doesn't know me.
Free
He's probably
Pete's.
gonna like freak out on me.
Monty, you
He'll throw a
need a
knife.
place to move.
Well, if he moves the same
Peetz
time as I move, maybe he
needs
can
a
live with
roommate.
me. Yeah,
No,
me and Peace together.
hello.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Exactly.
a good sitcom?
That would be hilarious.
Monty and Pete's.
Right? We could be
I
like,
have to tweet it out every week.
Yes, Misty Rain.
wasn't there like w- uh, Wayne's Brothers thing was like we're brothers and we
But happy, yeah, we singing with
yeah,
color.
yes,
Give me a
exactly.
high five.
We could be like that.
Oh no.
We could bond
that's
over
sad.
brony-isms. How about that? No, I could be a brony just for Pete's. Are you kidding me? There's a one-bedroom apartment in Cornwall for rent for $1,700.
Holy shit! I'm sorry, y'all, but
Sounds like
1,700.
Florida. Sounds like Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just high.
17. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment for $750.
I live
wow.
in half what you. I live in half of what you got, and I pay twice as much.
Holy crap!
Shit
Yeah,
is it?
I'm looking at Cornwall rentals here, and like I
It's
said before, it's
expensive.
best that Pete just stays where he is and
Yeah.
rents out the other room
Holy crap. I have a feeling
because
I'm going to be homeless shortly, you guys. And if I do, I don't have a car. And if I do, I'm, I'm, I'm doing lives from the fucking homeless shelter. I pay $9.29 for a 1-bedroom. Jeez Louise. I
I
don't
love
even
that.
make that. They raised the rent here $100 this month. $100.
that
They
is a
sent
lot of
around the
money.
paper. This
The rent here
you guys
was
do you guys think
1,100
we're gonna go into a
last
depression?
year. We already in
People
depression.
say that we're technically already in a depression because of the
Hmm
pandemic, and this
And they're
depression will
stopping
last.
all food stamps next month for the pandemic because anybody that got food stamps anywhere, it was they were to get the maximum, period, end of conversation, and they're cutting that next month, completely cutting it off.
Right?
So there's gonna be there's gonna be a real shortage of food for folk.
It is. It's gonna be really bad. Sarah Jane
My
says
God.
exactly, Monty. He needs to kick Chantel out and get a roommate. Yeah, well, the game plan that I had for him was to get two roommates. Maybe either have two people in one room and then one person in one room, or each person gets a room. The third person maybe does the living room, kind of like a Ronnie situation. Like S Jam's Ronnie was in the living room.
Yeah.
Moving DLF and S Jam with Pete's. That would be a good show.
Yeah, well, S Jam maybe could move, but DLF can't
DLF
cross
has
the
his own.
border. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he has his
he
own
has his own
sweet spot
place.
that he doesn't pay for.
He's got a nice ass.
He does.
He lives in a nice ass neighborhood. He really does.
Oh,
DLF.
Pete's can probably move in with him.
Hmm.
Pete ain't gonna go to the U.S. My God, really? And then imagine the type of conversations we'd have about the government over here.
They probably move down to Washington, get ready to start a whole war.
Exactly. Rocky, you're saying that there's apartments in Cornwall, Ontario for between 6 to 7. Let me recheck because I was checking on Kijiji and
Oh,
Boy,
Diane,
S
that's
Jam
what I
was the
would love.
best.
I would
The
love to
messy
have a yard
Pete's.
where I could grow some food.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Man.
So yep, Pete says in his last stream last night. I wonder if he's on already. Is he on or did he not do
Oh, the
tonight?
Rob, I don't need a girl bells and whistle where. I'm gonna tell you, Chef is from here and he knows the area I live in. Ain't a bell or a whistle
Lala
over here,
said,
honey.
Monty, I have a king size and a 3 bedroom. I'm coming, girl. I'm on my way, Lala.
Hey, your name is
She
not
said,
Okay.
have a,
Monty.
I'm get the deal. She said she got three
King size
bedrooms.
and three
Okay.
bedroom.
Oh,
Okay.
both of y'all gonna take
Period.
him? Okay.
Good to know. Good to know, Lala.
But I live the rents are also going up, going nuts too. Gentrification. Oh,
And eggs. My God, the eggs. Are y'all kidding me? $7, $8,
the eggs is getting
$9
high.
for and it's Easter time. How you don't got no eggs and it's
That's
Easter
why.
time?
No, they're finna raise it. They never finna be buying eggs for Easter. That's watch right after Easter, the eggs will slowly start to drop back down. Watch.
hmm
Because eggs is $7. I said I ain't buying no eggs. That'll be
So you
beans.
saying after Easter they'll go down, but for Easter they're
Yeah,
raising them. Okay.
yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
They
that's too
smack
much
it in
money for
Tom
eggs.
McDonald be telling me about the
Jesus'
system.
face.
Tom
hmm
McDonald be telling me about the system. Thank you, Monty.
Hey, Chef, you're gonna be doing some DLF reactions.
Hell
I want
no.
to. I was thinking about it. I was thinking
You
about
ain't.
it.
You know he's gonna be on you
On you like white
like
on rice.
rice. Yeah, exactly, white on rice. Because he ain't
What you
stopped
mean?
talking about me. He'll
No,
Oh,
he'll keep
really?
reacting to you. He'll make videos about you and
no,
cursing you
Janine, my
out.
youngest, she's 18.
You've
She's
never seen him?
That'd be some
but
that'd
she
be
lives
some
with mama
entertainment.
always. I'm gonna keep her always with
Okay.
me.
All right. Well, you
That'd
can
be some
tango with
entertainment.
DLF if you want, Chef. The whole irony is,
Oh no,
you're another
if
man of
yeah,
color.
no, don't because we seen it. Has flashed us a couple of
Yeah.
times on Monty's
Wait,
live.
what?
Yes,
He'll flash you his PP and he'll also
spliced in
in
naked
one
men.
frame, yeah, lady boys into
Yeah,
his videos to try and
yeah,
get you deleted.
yeah.
So I'm gonna watch them first and then react.
He's a
Okay.
chef. He's a chef only when there's leftovers, and he'll cook them up into something fancy.
Okay, well if
So,
Peace can
Marie.
right. If Peace can get a $800 a month utilities included in one bedroom, then good for
Holy
him.
crap! That would be, all bills paid.
Yeah. But I guess in Cornwall there isn't really that much opportunity in Cornwall then again, so
2 bedrooms, 850. Where you at?
I think that will be Cornwall. Rocky Go Bus is
That's about where. Well, that's about what they're charging here now.
I'm
mhm.
moving to Canada. Shit.
Yeah. So
He is an
Chef,
there
he
you
just
go.
made it.
And he
He
don't
just
have
made a
nothing to
video.
flash. It looks like three balls.
He made a video about Monty trying to help Monty with views. What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you saw it, Chef. His latest video. It was like something
Peetz
something.
is printing. Yes, that's true. Marie, it is true.
But
What
who's
was
Pete's
Peetz.
is printing? Or Pete's is
Yes.
hanging? Yeah, Pete's is hung like a horse.
Are you okay?
well, hung like a
No
hamster.
beagle. No beagle. He's very, 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 very
Take me with you,
hung.
Chef. All right, let's go.
Oh yeah, the three balls. Yeah, that's DLF. But Pete's no. Pete's has the dong. He can get it on. Is he
yeah,
missing a
Apparently
testicle?
not.
DLF.
What
Oh, he is.
wasn't
Oh,
good
so
enough
it's
for
He
two
you,
is.
balls then.
Chantel.
My bad. I gave him an extra ball.
So you got one ball and a P.
What? Two balls. It really because there's
You
no
say he's
P.
missing the ball.
There's no P though. It's just a B.
Oh, so you
So
two
he's
balls.
missing a ball, so he's still got two balls.
Oh boy. Don't let DLF hear this. But hey, Chef, if you want to do DLF, just remember that he'll never forget about you. It
Pete's
could
is
be
a
10
liar.
years. It could be 20 years down the line. He'll keep bringing you up.
Brooklyn, that is how you
Really?
know if a
Yeah.
man is hung or not. If he
He-
says he's only 3 or 4 inches, 5 inches, he's hung like a horse. If he says he's
No,
got
he ain't.
11,
No, he
12
not.
inches,
No, he not.
if he says
If
he's
he
got
tell you
11, 12 inches,
if
no,
he
he
tell
don't.
you 4 inches, he 4 inches, girl. Don't
Nuh-uh.
trust me.
Nuh-uh.
Trust from experience.
It's the ones that claim they got 11 inches that don't got 11 inches.
No, that's why you ask for a picture. Period.
Mm-hmm.
What? You ask for a picture.
she got the other ball and calls it her football ball. It's a bowling ball. Oh,
Peetz has got it going on. You
he
should have seen
does.
him
He's
from
got
DLF. He
it.
wants
He's got the
possession so
dong.
bad. He
He
could
can get
donate
it.
his junk to Flasher.
He don't want to
He
get
could
rid of
donate
it.
it.
I wouldn't want to get rid of it neither.
So he can walk
He's
around
not,
with a chick with it.
that's what he's going to do and be a lesbian. He said because he don't like men
You
either.
can't be a lesbian if you got
He
whole
don't
piece.
like men. He don't like men. He only likes women, and he
No, he's
wants to
lying.
be a
Cause I
woman.
see the way he puts his hair back. He loves him some men. Trust me, I can tell.
You say your gaydar is working.
My God, it's strong. Babe, period.
As soon as it gets closer.
Period.
I know Pete's crotch smells like old cooking grease. Cut it out. Yeah.
Wait, what?
She said his crotch smells like old cooking grease.
Oh boy.
Like natives cooking grease sitting up there on the counter has been reused.
Monty the black
Those
man.
sneaky
Oh, he
ass.
calls him a black man now.
Yeah, that's what
He
DLF
was the
says.
guy from Toronto. That
I'm a lot of
guy
things.
from Toronto.
He also calls
Chef
me.
times Monty times Peetz. What?
He also calls me two-tone Monty. I don't know how am I two-tone.
Why? What the hell?
I don't know.
That's just some shit he made up in his head. He probably thinks you're a mobster.
Hey, yeah, does he know what
Tone?
two-tone means?
Probably not.
He's saying that you're two different shades of black.
Maybe he's saying you're interracial.
Could
Well-
be. That could be too.
Well, we shall see. DLF scares you, Brooklyn to Brixton. He's only scary when he brings the weapons out, but he's just bullshitting. He's just a lot of crap he's talking. Yeah, no need to fear the DLF, the Dragon Lord Frodo. More like a dragon fraud Lodo. All right, so we gotta help Peetz here, get him a 1-bedroom apartment. But what's gonna happen? So where the hell
No,
is
we ain't
Foodie Beauty gonna
helping.
do? Where's she gonna
You are
go?
helping.
He doesn't want my help though.
He does. He just don't know it yet.
You think so?
Yep.
But I think he really truly doesn't want my help. I
He
think
needs to be encouraged to accept the help.
he does. He needs to be encouraged, but that's the whole point. He doesn't want help. All he wants is, to be good where he has internet, he has a gaming chair, he has a desk, he has his computer, and he has a room. That's all he seems to be needing.
That's all he need. He good to go
Monty,
then.
he was
Okay.
hitting. You know what? I miss the bite corn. I miss it. The tricorn.
Yeah, those were the days,
I
wasn't
miss
it?
it.
With the DLF
Or
streams.
the gling gling gling. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, DLF, if you do want to branch out, yeah. I mean, if you do want to branch out, DLF could be your thing.
Damn.
My bad, Chef. My bad.
Ooh, he ate me up.
That was shady.
Right.
Dang, where did I felt the chills from that one.
Rocky's like, hunger is a great motivator. It is. Sink or swim. You're right. Peace will move
Oh,
in with
Grizzly.
Monty. They'll kiss and grow old together.
Who said that?
Is that gonna be my my love story? Me and Peetz, Monty and Peetz.
No,
Moving
Monty,
in.
I don't think Peetz would be your type.
Why not?
I don't think he your type.
Why not?
I
You got
just-
offended.
don't.
You got
No,
offended,
I
Monty,
don't-
when he said
I
that?
don't have a PO box.
No, I'm just asking. Why wouldn't Peetz be my type?
I just have. You can add me on Insta.
Mm,
And, I can
man, he
get
might be your type.
actual
Let's just
address.
see. Okay, let's see. He might be your
Lala.
type.
Lala, why are you so straightforward with me asking this question?
Listen, Monty likes people.
Yeah,
Monty's
let's
a
just put it
people
that
liker.
way. Yes, I'm
Monty's
a people
just a
liker.
people liker.
Yeah, but could you really spend 24 hours with this man that throws knives when he gets upset?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Think
I
about it. You
could.
piss him off. Okay, when he throw a knife your way, don't say nothing.
He won't. I'll be like Gilo all the time.
Like the Matrix.
Damn.
In the living room, I'll put a workout bench, and I'll be looking at him. I'm waiting.
What the hell?
How can
You do
you
like the
know?
fingers to your eye and then his eye. I'm watching you, motherfucker.
Right, exactly. But like, I'm watching you, Peetz.
Yeah, baby. He's a people person.
Then
That's
my
all.
voice would be like the macho man, be like, ooh, yeah.
Lord.
Somebody said near a mental health facility.
Somebody said what?
Near a mental health facility.
Okay,
He's
so
cute
what's
as hell.
near?
Just curious. He is
Finding
cute,
a
isn't he?
place near a
Oh,
mental health
Monty, look
facility, I
at that.
guess.
I'm
Oh,
about
a
to
room
see him
somewhere is
flirted
probably
with.
best. Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
I want. I'm
hey,
trying to click on Lala's comment.
true. Hey, at least Foodie did admit today that she used to be in and out of the mental health facilities in, at Ottawa Royal.
She's
Because
mentioned that before though.
she has, but a lot of people don't really take notice of it, right? That,
Why did she stay?
I'm sure she probably did stay for maybe a
Several
couple
different
days.
times, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
not for every day. That's not what I meant. Just something. Okay.
there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're getting the proper care is all I'm saying. Like
Oh
if you
yeah,
you
I've
need
been to
mental.
a couple of in-house suspensions. My
Hmm.
damn self. When I lost my mama, I literally lost my mind for a very long time. I'm just now starting to get it back.
Yeah, like there are services there for a problem for a reason,
Yeah.
and people should take full advantage of the services that they need, because there's still the stigma of mental illness. I think we just had Bell Let's Talk Day. When was Bell Let's Talk? It's always in late July.
What the
No,
hell
not
did
late
Bell Let's
July,
Talk mean?
late January. Or it was yesterday. Was Bell Let's Talk? So Bell Let's
Bell
Talk.
Let's Talk?
Yes, Bell Let's Talk is a campaign created by the Canadian telecommunications company Bell Canada in an effort to raise awareness and combat stigma surrounding mental illness in Canada.
Oh, we don't have Bell telephone.
So it is the largest corporate commitment to mental health in Canada. So they have a day where the phone lines, even in the jails, are free, so people can reach out, because when you're in jail and you don't have monies, you're extremely isolated.
Oh man.
Like even the simplest things, like having to pay for like a phone call, could people some people just don't have the money.
Right.
Yeah, so it's an initiative. I have talked about this. There's a lot of
So you
things that
can call your family on
yeah,
that day for free?
yeah, and you can call
Good.
in to have somebody to talk to, because the number one thing whenever you call into a crisis hotline, what's one of the first things that they say to you? Do you have anybody to talk to? Because it does matter having somebody to talk to, because if you don't have a person there or somebody to talk to, you are that much more at risk of like injuring yourself
A
or even
100%.
worse. Because it does matter if you have that one person. Was it January the 25th? Okay. It's always like late January. You sure? Because it says most recent here was yesterday, January 26th. Oh, that was 2022. You're right. So it was the 25th this year. All right. Thank you, Tater Tot. Appreciate you. Yeah. So that is a good
I had
initiative.
not heard of that. Is that at just Canada then?
Yeah, it's just Canada.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's nice.
Hmm.
That's nice. But people, I mean, some people like me, literally, I have me. My daughter's 18, my son's 32, but he doesn't live in this state, and oh, that kid is something else. But anyway, um, so I mean, but that would be kind of sad on that day that everybody has somebody to call and you don't have somebody to call. That would be
Uh,
sad.
well, you could always call into the line and be like,
Oh,
"Hey,
oh, it's
yeah,
a number, a line that you call,
yeah." Plus,
or you can use the call for your people.
yes,
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's nice.
Rocky Gobo
Hey, am
says
I late?
Ottawa is not a good place. Can we talk about Cornwall for a second? Can we? Because you, there's too much people on here that says Cornwall is a shithole. It really isn't a shithole. I don't think Cornwall is a shithole. Maybe it wasn't so good back in the day, but Cornwall these days
Monty's
is
moving to Cornwall.
is not that bad.
Monty's moving to Cornwall, y'all. I
I
know it.
don't see why people are constantly hating
I
on
can feel it.
Cornwall.
I don't know. I've never been there. I've never been out. Almost. I've never been outside of the United States. Never. But
All right. Well, if you do manage, you can come to
I'm going to go
Cornwall.
check out Cornwall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
You're
And
gonna
I'm be
be
like,
good.
yep, I'm gonna videotape it and just be like, nothing wrong with this.
Hmm. Yeah, Peace did call it a shithole. You know what? It's kind of like small town living. The grass is typically greener on the other side.
Oh, Ziggy, I'm sorry. Yeah, me too. My brother like messed me out of man. Yeah, I don't have zero family. When I lost my mom, that was the end of that as well. So yeah, I
Oh,
understand.
I'm so
It's
sorry
tough
to
when you
hear.
don't got nobody. But getting on here is, I mean, that's a whole lot of, I'm not the type of person that would ever hurt myself in any sort of way, honey. I'm terrified of that. I do not want to go. Leave me here. If you could inject me with something to keep me here forever, I will stay. I'm obsessed with my kid. Anyways, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So pretty much, I would say for me, Cornwall is not that bad, and I'm just gonna stick with that because I would move to Cornwall. What street did Pete say he grew up on again? I keep forgetting. But was it Ridge? I don't think it was Ridge. I think it was something else. But Cornwall isn't bad like it used to be.
When you
Cornwall is
call it a
very second off.
shithole, well, what? Let me look over here. Let me look
You
up.
want me to put up the maps?
Yes,
Okay,
I
let's
mean,
put
do
up
you
the
have a
maps.
picture of like the? I mean, I don't even give a damn about a map because I don't keep tell
We'll
up or
do the
down from a
maps.
map because I can't stand Chantel or whatever
We're
she
gonna do
said.
the maps.
Booty booty. But I want to see like an actual picture, like what
All
do
right,
you
Lala.
consider a shithole?
We might be doing that. Yeah, Cornwall is not a bad place in my honest opinion. All right, let's put it on the maps. Where oh, I need to share my screen. Give me a second here. I'm gonna share it, and we're gonna take a look at Cornwall.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So this is Cornwall. This is like where the McDonald's is, Burger King, and whatever. But if you really keep going through the city, it's not really that bad of a city. The homes aren't like new, but they're not bad. They're not bad
Oh yeah, those
homes.
aren't bad homes.
Yeah, so I don't understand why they'll say it's a shithole. Like, look at this. This is probably a multi-resident property. Like,
Yeah, it looks like a
somebody
little
lived
like
there.
quadruplex, like
Yeah, somebody lives there, and somebody lives there.
yeah,
But the way
little
how
row
they,
apartments.
yeah, the way how they keep saying Cornwall is shit. Well, Cornwall was maybe shit back in the old days when you couldn't connect properly
You
to.
ain't never been to the country, honey. Because a chick talk about a shithole, you can ride through some parts of this town right here, and I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And
Yeah,
you can ride through some of the parts of the parts of here, and see trailer parks and trash. And I mean, this is like a decent. Oh, that's a
yeah,
cute little
it's a good
Spanish house
city.
on the corner.
Yeah,
Just look at the grass; it's all cut and everything.
right.
I would live there. I would freaking
Properly
live there in a heartbeat.
manicured lawn and everything. It's not a shithole. Maybe back in the day, you know how transportation was. You'd have an issue
The further
per
you
se.
go, the nicer the stuff gets.
Yeah, but I would live in Cornwall. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
everyone wants to live in Toronto, but Toronto is gonna be very difficult to live in if you don't have like $1 million or more.
I would live here. This is cute. I mean, I think it's cute. I'm sorry, but
Hmm.
I'm easy to please. But all these little houses is cute, and these are little apartments, and there's a park and a.
Yeah, there's a park and the hospitals down this way. This actually is considered a bad area, but look at it; it's not really that bad.
I mean, to tell you, you ain't. I'm, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, so this is where the hospital. There's the school and the hospital. If you go down this street, the hospital's like over here. But I don't think this is like that bad of an
I
area
don't either.
because the homes are still pretty decent, you
It
know?
may be a shithole as far as Canada goes, but in the United States, that's not a shithole.
Yeah, exactly. All
Now,
right.
so and I've
Hmm.
never seen Toronto, but that's not a shithole to me
Peace
right
is
there.
hard to please. Peace is hard to please. Okay, so it was Edgar Street.
There may
Now
not be
that
a lot to do there, but
mhm.
you keep your ass in the house any damn way. What are you trying to go do?
Oh, there you go. Look, in 2021, Cornhole was ranked number 8 as the best communities in Canada. Look at that. See?
I
See what I'm
mean,
talking about?
that's crazy as hell. I would stay there.
Hmm. He doesn't do anything, right? Oh, Ziggy's like that's where you had your surgery. Yeah, Cornwall isn't bad. Let's check out Edgar Street because Edgar Street,
Oh, you
Cornwall.
Ziggy,
It's
you live in Canada too? Canada, I would love to visit. I've seen pictures of Montreal. Oh, I would just.
okay. Edgar Street is pretty nice. So this is one of the streets without the
Oh,
sidewalks. So this is the street that Peetz used to live on. They're pretty nice homes, like
oh
1970s, 1950s,
yeah.
1960s homes. But what I like about this street is that it's closed off, right? Because if I look here,
Oh,
your
look at this.
kids, yeah, your kids could play here. Like they could play like street hockey and other things without being run over by vehicles. I like when streets are closed off like
I
that. But
like
this,
this
yeah,
little town.
this is where Pete's grew up on. This is the street. Yeah, Pete's is actually pretty ignorant to a lot of things. You're right. You're right.
No Madness Life
Oh,
is
you
live, and she is pissed about the bullying shit. Who?
people, what? Oh, she's pissed about the bullying. Okay, I see, Big Mama.
Who is No Madness Life?
A reactor.
Oh,
There's always new reactors coming up. So No
oh.
Madness Life is there another reactor in the space. But yeah, so this is pretty much Edgar Street. This is the street
This
that
is
Pete.
very nice. This is what you would consider of in this town in Tulsa. You would consider this probably a middle class. Uh, all the lawns are cut low and edged up, and it's all black topped. And I mean, what?
Mhm.
It's very nice, honey. Our streets over here, and we charge street tax in this town, and that is shit. Every street got potholes and chunks out and all kind of shit.
Yeah, if you notice, look at. Do you see potholes anywhere?
No,
No.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
it's
and we charge a street tax here, honey, and they
right.
still look like a hot ass mess.
Yeah, this house is pretty nice. I like this one. Well, all of them is
Yeah,
pretty
all
nice.
the driveways are black topped and nice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like this is a pretty nice street to live on. So Pete's was,
Yeah.
living well back in the day here. I don't know what happened, but he liked living here. I would like living here. I guess if you're a kid and you don't have a car, but even that, Uber these days, Uber and Lyft, it's a lot easier to be a teenager these days than back in,
Oh wow, look at that.
your day, Timberly, or my day, because we didn't
Right.
have those services. You either had a cab and you had to like pay the price, and it was outrageous at times.
Oh, Katusa. Oh yeah. I have a friend. Some bookouts. Did you get your beagle from somebody named Bookout? Because they raise beagles and they live in Katusa. Bookouts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, Edgar Street once again. This is where Pete's was at. I don't know which house is his. Don't ask me. I have no idea.
Monty, I'm gonna need
Yeah,
you to. He's gonna click over here and look and
right. It's
or
not
or
like
Foodie and see you pass by his childhood. I'm gonna be like, well, hot damn, you done found the boy's house.
right. Wouldn't that be ironic? And look, I love this. At the end, there's this park that your
That
kids
is
can play
really
in,
nice.
and then
I
at the
like
end
that
of
area.
yeah, and then at the end of the street, your kids could play like
You know what else they
street
got?
hockey. What?
Big trees. Look,
Big trees.
big
Yes,
trees.
big trees. But yeah, there's the park. Look, you got a swing, slide, and everything. Yeah, look at this. This would be beautiful
I like
for
this
for
neighborhood.
kids. Yeah, for
Or
kids
the
to be
whole
here.
town is decent. I mean,
Hmm.
I didn't see nothing that was no ghetto, no ran down. I didn't see. I mean, there may be an area, but I didn't see. I haven't seen nothing so far that goes. No, please don't move here.
Hmm.
Right, Edna?
Right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Edgar Street or Cornwall as a whole. I don't know why they keep saying it's a shithole. There's gonna be, of course, people who are on drugs. Is always gonna be that type
Oh
of
yeah,
issue,
you get
but
that in the country, in the city, in the
everywhere, even small towns with like thousands of people,
absolutely.
people are saying, "Hey, we have this type of issue here," and it's just everywhere. So don't knock Cornwall. Cornwall may have been bad back in the day, but it's a lot better these days. So what can I say? Once again, I'd move to Cornwall, of course.
Oh yeah, beagle me either. I don't do the whole backyard breeding. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
The backyard what?
Backyard breeding, talking about dogs. I don't.
Oh, okay.
She said she
Yeah.
came here to Oklahoma to get her dog, and yeah, the backyard breeders are disgusting.
Where
That's all.
did Foodie Beauty grow up? In Cornwall.
Cornwall, where he just showed. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was where he just showed was actually Pete's Street.
Yeah. Peetz used to live on Edgar Street in Cornwall, which is, not a bad street to live on.
Yeah, her and Pete's grew up in the same area, so or same town.
Mm-hmm.
Me too, Florida. I would definitely. I didn't see a bad. I didn't see nothing bad there.
Yeah, because
Worth
there
not moving there. Not at all.
isn't anything bad. Yeah, I would live in
Maybe
Cornwall.
maybe as a teenager you might say there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, but
But
now I wouldn't think
that's
that
that's their thinking though. That is their thinking that as a
because they're still
teenager
teenagers.
it was shitty, but now you could get around way better.
Yeah, and there's not. I mean, I thought it was cute. So
Hmm. Exactly. All right. So somebody traveling vibes. Al Safe Palace. Let's check this out in the background for now. But yeah, Cornwall. I ate Order Times. I wouldn't mind Cornwall. Cornwall is not like that bad of a place. I would move to Cornwall or Castleman or what else is there? Hawkesbury seems to not be too bad as well. Yeah, all
I,
these places.
if it's cheaper, hell yeah, I'd move there. I'd love to live in a place
Hmm.
like Cornwall, right? All the little yards was cut and everything, and edged up and everything,
Right.
and everything was blacktop. That's here we got potholes galore, and half the streets gray, and half the streets yellow, and half the streets white, and part of it's black, and shit. It's not you know none of that. Just blacktop like that. It was nice to me.
Yeah, but this is what Peace is hating on.
Wow.
Hmm.
I guess the villa got his standards a little high.
Yeah, because Orleans is a nice area to live in.
Oh, is that what that's
So
called?
his area that he lives in right now is called Orleans. It's
Oh,
like east
oh,
East Ottawa.
oh, okay.
So I guess his standards are high now, even though he never leaves his house. So I'm like, what does it matter if you live in Cornwall,
It just
Pete?
matters what the inside of your shit looks like, sir.
Yeah, I'm like, Pete, you do not go outside and you order in food and your groceries. They have that in Cornwall as well. There's no reason to not be living in Cornwall where the rent's cheaper.
Crazy. Chef, did you go to sleep over there? Chef done knocked out.
Yeah. We'll see what's up with Chef. But yeah, so um what can
Oh,
I
this is
say?
not. Is this a house? Oh, this
Uh
is nice over on the
they're
right.
saying that they're touring the palace, Al Sif Palace in Kuwait.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is a tour of the palace.
Traveling vibes.
They don't have Uber Eats in Cornwall though. Is that why? Maybe that's why he's like, because I'm like, wait a second, do they have Uber or Lyft? Maybe that's why he's not liking Cornwall because he's like, shit, there's no Uber Eats. I'm gonna actually have to get out and get my groceries and get out and get my food
Is there
while he can walk.
Uber Eats in
Cornwall, Ontario.
Cornwall?
What did you find? Any Uber Eats or anything like that?
Yep, it says whether you want to order breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or a snack, Uber Eats makes it easy to discover new and
Okay.
nearby places to eat in Cornwall, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, I'm on UberEats.com and it's pretty much saying the same thing for me. Let and is it Cornwall, Ontario? I gotta check. It's not like
That's
Cornwall,
what I typed.
England.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no. I
All right,
typed
let
on.
me check to make sure. Yeah, it's pretty much Cornwall, Ontario, and they are saying there is let me put in Edgar Street and then see if they'll deliver to Edgar Street.
I'm sure the hell they will. You can take his ass and
Nope. Edgar Street in Cornwall, Ontario, they're like, we're coming soon. So
oh,
whoever said that is actually right. There is no Uber Eats in Cornwall. I wonder why they would do this.
they're
Hey there,
in
Bard.
Cornwall or on Cornwall or on Edgar Street.
I typed in my address as Edgar Street, and then within the actual Uber Eats website, and they're like, we're coming soon. So there's actually
Rocky.
no, there's no Uber Eats in Cornwall.
Uh, Rocky Go About says Monty after dark. Find Pete's an apartment over a pizza shop.
Hmm. Belleville, Ontario is a shithole. You know what? I was in Belleville. Well, I actually went into Belleville a couple months ago before I just passed by Belleville. Sometimes I actually stop in Belleville, but I toured through Belleville because I think it was a snowstorm and the highway was locked off. And Belleville isn't the same as it was before as well. Like Belleville is a booming city now. A lot of people are moving to Belleville. I gotta check. I'm not sure what's here. I think Postmates we don't have in Canada. I gotta check what we do or do not have in Canada. But I think Pete's typically just does Uber Eats.
Yes, it's Kuwait. I would not.
Hmm.
I would not be able to live over a pizza shop.
Oh, you mean on top of one?
Yeah,
Why?
to
Too much
just to
noise?
smell it
The
all the
smell?
time.
Oh yeah, but then after a while you get nose blind.
Well, and then you go outside and somebody goes, "What is that? I smell pizza. Does anybody know what that? Oh, it's just my jacket."
Hmm. Oh yes, you're right because the smell is gonna be absorbed into your clothes, so you smell
Right.
like pizza all the time.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is get a person who loves pizza. Monty, have you been to Jane and Finch? I've been to Jane and Finch several times. In fact, I used to have really long braids back in the day, and I used to have to go to somebody at Jane and Finch to braid my hair back in the day. All right. Cypher says an example is Highway 7 last 10 years that area has changed dramatically. Therefore, Cornwall Belleville must have changed over the last 10 to 20. Yeah, Highway 7 has changed a lot. I actually frequent Highway 7. I use that highway to go from certain areas. Highway
Me
7,
too,
Highway
baby.
2. In fact, when Foodie Beauty was going to Windsor, it was Highway 7 she took. Just a fun fact, an FYI, everybody. So I remember when she went in the snowstorm in February 2022, and I was like, does she want to end up not being alive? Because you do not take Highway 7 with a car that isn't working well in the winter when there's a storm.
Right.
Unless you have like a pickup truck or an SUV, you don't do things like that in Canada because you can get stuck or trapped because your car could go off the road
Yeah, and
and you could
where
get.
I'm from, there ain't very. I mean, we had just like a couple of little drops of snow. I ain't.
Mhm.
I don't. I'm not the one.
Plus, she had bad tires because she kept on cheaping out on her tires when she had the money to get four new tires, but she kept on being cheap, and she would spend money on Nadia rather than on herself and her car, and
Yeah.
paying off her car. It's a lot of real silliness that had happened with her that she needs to really reevaluate everything.
Yeah. I don't think the Kia would survive that one. The Kia ain't gonna. I don't even know that the Kia will even. She's gonna. Uh, she may have to have it towed in somewhere.
Maybe that battery might. Did she buy a new battery? She did, right? Didn't she?
I mean, even if I mean
Yeah.
the sucker was not a tip top shape, anyways. Remember, didn't she have a light coming on or something in a some
Yeah.
kind of oil situation or something?
Hmm. Well, she's still paying for it. So
Bye, chef.
what can I say? Oh, wait, chef is gone.
Yeah,
Okay,
chef.
chef is gone. It's all good.
He was
I
tired anyways, and
Yeah.
I said, "You're gonna fall asleep."
Hey
No, I
everybody,
won't.
if you want to check out Chef Leftovers, then check Chef Leftovers. I'll link to his channel. Check him out. Subscribe. Do whatever you need to do. He might be doing some DLF content. So
Yeah, the suspension notably. Yeah, that was bad.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things wrong with that. All right. Also check out Timberly.
Hey,
Timberly does
thank you.
some good videos and whatnot. I guess you're gonna be live streaming soon, Timberly.
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
please let's get Timberly to 1,000. So if you can check
Yay.
Timberly out, get her to 1,000. She does some good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
CAA, you think she got roadside assistance? Does she have CAA? I think she does. She does.
I'm
I remember
sure.
her.
I'm
I
sure she
remember her
does.
saying she has CAA. If you don't know what that is, it's triple A, but it's Canada instead of America.
Yeah,
So we call it CAA.
I would imagine she would have that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So there you go. What else can I say about the situation? That's shitty. What has
Wait
happened
and see.
to? Yeah,
Oh,
we'll wait and see. It's shitty that what happened to Lenetta.
absolutely.
Absolutely, Peetz. He has to move. They're calling it now, and we shall wait and see what happens when she gets home. I think she might be leaving tomorrow, but that's just my humble opinion. She could be leaving anytime. I just think it's tomorrow. It just makes more sense to me.
Oh, thanks, guys.
What's going to be her first meal in Canada? Connors.
Connors, 100%.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what she said.
In
Connors.
fact, she's told Pete's have Connors and Paneer um, waiting, and that's what she wants when she gets there. And
Right.
so,
Yeah. So we shall see what happens with her.
all right, hey,
But thanks everybody.
Connors, where she it gets the pot pie.
Hmm. Seal is right north of Highway 7, and you're in the wilderness. You literally are in the wilderness north of Highway 7. What is Connors? It's a pub. I think it's an Irish pub where you could get all sorts of food. Yeah, like you could get anything pretty much. Is
No,
Connors
it's
halal?
not.
Yeah,
No,
it's not. So
she said
there you
she's just
go.
gonna do it once the first day.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, their two favorite is Connors and Toppers. Toppers for the pizza. Connors. I think Connors also has pizza. It's just we rarely see them get pizza from Connors.
Yeah, but she's not gonna be able to have pizza because we know that's not halal, and you can't
True.
mix halal and non-halal
Right,
in
with
the
the
same.
pepperoni.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So we shall see everybody. Thank you so much
All right.
for
Thanks.
being here.
Bye,
Remember,
guys. Love you guys.
yeah, take care, Timberly.
Bye.
Check out Timberly, everybody. I'll post her once again. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate you. We're gonna do some more touring. We're gonna check out Cornwall more tomorrow, and we're gonna show you around. But make sure you subscribe to Timberly. Road to 1,000 for Timberly, and everything else. Now pizza for sure. The pepperoni is well, I guess you can get plant-based pepperoni and whatnot, but she says she wants Connors, so she's gonna get Connors. Anyways, I'm out. You want me to show you in person? Okay, sure, Cypher. When I move, I'll do that. But thank you, Ash, Marie, Cypher, Big Mama, Mary, the Rob, Jack T, Ziggy, R Brown, Cypher, Nolabu, QZ, Rocky, and Leonie, Brooklyn to Brixton. Thank you. And everybody else that's been here, you too, Lala, Seal, and everybody else, thank you so much. I am out. See you guys tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but I will see ya. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.